Okay, we're working on something. We're gonna be posting very soon, and it's gonna be very interesting. Probably gonna be long, storytelling time, basically. Not really story, but a lot of documents are being sent out and all that. So we're gonna share it with you, like we open book, and it's gonna implicate a lot of you people. So a lot of you people out there are gonna be on IC3 forums, sheriff forums. You're gonna be everywhere for supporting. Guess who? The dodo bird. That's what you wanted to do. That's fine. So anyway, this is for all of you that are monitoring the salty red. I guess he came out of hibernation, and but this is the information we need. Okay, we don't need anything sent to us in regards to what he said about us, because we can't use that when we're doing exposure. We need to use what he says about others. So, video clips of all the nasty shit that he says about other people. About other people, that's what we need. Okay? And we need corroborating, verifying information about his job. And on his wife. His wife is important. Okay? We don't need to do videos on him anymore because the internet is saturated with his buffoonery. It's all out there. They know. They search for him, they're gonna see that he's an idiot. So videos, we do a concentrated amount of videos because we want to make sure that when someone goes to look anywhere, they're gonna find something on them, right? And then once it's saturated, where it just doesn't change things, then you just stay with exposing externally. You just keep exposing, you keep exposing, you keep exposing, you keep exposing for forever, all right? Unless they leave the internet, and then that's when you pause because you don't want them to use the excuse of, well, I left the internet because I didn't want to be involved in that anymore. I was becoming a person that I didn't want to become. So if they can use that excuse. So you have to do it when they're back and doing it, and they're still doing it online. I know you smart people know what we're talking about. So again, it's about exposing them, but you also give people benefit of the doubt, no matter who they are. So that's that. Only what he's talking about other people, job, him, his wife, and updated pictures of his wife. You know what we're gonna do with that. And any new information on Spitting Cobra, Betsy, and Nothing Fucks. The whole group is back together. Paul Martin, you can say some of what he's stating, but that you all know we got that. But if he's saying something that you think is of really interest, then you can send us that. But we really, yeah. Anyway, so that's that. You got it, right? Got it. So now, and look at your emails for details on when the next round of exposure is going out. Now, another thing that was asked about what's going on with Crude. We don't know what's going on with Crude, but let me say this in regards to the surgery, the type of surgery that he had. Okay, when you go, there's a major artery in your legs. So when they do an amputation, the one thing that's really concerning or the doctors worry about is blood clots, because when you start to do all that amputation, blood starts to clotting, and then you have a major artery that can go to your brain, that can go to your heart. You get a heart attack, you get a stroke, or whatever the case may be. Now, what they do is they'll put a mesh in the artery to make sure that no blood clots go through. But that's hoping that nothing got through before, or there was a mistake, or something did get through. So he's MIA. It could be a lot of reasons. Okay, it could be that he's just sick and tired of the fucking internet. It could be that he had a complication, maybe an infection or something like that. But that doesn't go to the fact that why he's not broadcasting. But you have to give the person the benefit of the doubt. It could just simply be that Bill got crazy and his shit got cut off. I mean, why? Let's not go always to the extreme. It could be that his cell phone just got cut off and he doesn't have a way of communicating with people. See, when we go about things, we look at every scenario and possibility. And then we have a contingency for everything. We will even try to think how the other person would think based on their behavior and all that, just to see. And then when we are together, we actually debate each other, and whoever wins the debate, that's the one that's the best defense or offense to utilize when we're gonna come on YouTube. We actually challenge each other, prove me wrong, and that's why we are able to come on and give you every single detail, because we already did the drill on it. Anyway, now the worst case scenario is, we're not gonna even say death, because we don't even want to think that of a person. I mean, that's like disgusting that, no matter, I don't care how evil a person is, how disgusting they are, whatever, death is not something you should be wishing or hoping on anyone. Because if a person is able to do that, then they are just heartless creatures. Because a life is a life. And then some of you are, with God and religion, and then to turn around and say you're happy someone died. No matter what you do going forward, religious-wise, that is a stain on your fucking soul forever. So, I mean, you're gonna, anyway. So what we're thinking maybe, is the cell phone went dead. That's a high probability, right? Or a clot. There was a clot, and it got through, and maybe something happened. It could have been a heart attack. It could have been a stroke. Now, if it's a stroke, then that will lead to the fact that why he is not able to be on his phone, because maybe he had a stroke and certain motor functions have been affected. We don't know. Or at the end, it's just Rick going, looking at the fucking damn internet, looking at all of your saying stupid things for him to come back and go, you fucking bitches, and, the Rick Crew way. So, those are possibilities. So, again, let's recap. The possibilities could have been his phone went down, he's, tired of the internet, giving it a break, telling all of you to go fuck yourselves, so he can see and react to it later on. His phone got cut off. There was a complication with the surgery, and one of the complications that could have affected him broadcasting and using a phone, a blood clot got through, and it could have affected some of his motor functions, and he's not able to do it, or he knows if he comes on that you're all going to ridicule him based on what motor functions were affected, trying to bully him, which he should know he's a bully also, so what's good for the goose is good for the gander, and that's why he's not on. Death is not something that, no, we're not even going to go down that route, because he had people visiting him, right? So he had a home attendant coming to bring him food, take care of him, watch him, change his dressings and all that. So there was constant traffic coming in. So even if something was to go monstrously wrong, they will be there to probably catch it, depending on the time and all that. There are a lot of factors going into it, people. But, you always have to hope for the best. And, a lot of you are chastising him. We not forget about the character. We're talking about his fear of being in the hospital, okay? And he stated a long time ago that he has issues with the doctor. He didn't even want to get a needle. I mean, so there's a lot of people out there that are really afraid to go to the doctor because of maybe what's going to happen, or because they are afraid to find out what's going to happen. And that fear actually paralyzes you. And that's why a lot of people don't go to the doctor, because they don't want to hear the worst. And they hoping that things will get better. And then at the end, it's out of their hands when pain comes in. And when pain comes in, that's a deciding factor when people they go in not because his leg is going to be cut off. He's going in because he wants pain relief. And that's that. And, a lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. You have no idea how many people go to the hospital, come in, and then you ask them, hey, how long has this been going on? And they go, maybe a year. And now you come in, but they come in when the shit is already at stage 4, stage 5, and they're bleeding out and in pain. Because again, people are afraid to go to the doctor because of the news. And they think that they can write it out. It's a psychological thing. It's something no one can really control, because fear is fear. Your body releases a certain hormone, and once it releases this, you cannot control how your body's going to react to something. Mentally, you may think in yourself, I could do it, but your body say, hell fucking no, and you get scared, and, adrenaline and all that starts to kick in, and you don't want to go. So, what he did, millions of people do a day. And I can say a lot of you know, the reason why you went to the doctor is not because of the condition, is because what the symptom was from the condition, which is pain, right? One big common theme is one's teeth, right? So the shit is rotten, and it needs to be pulled out, but why doesn't anyone go to pull it out? Why just let it sit? Then it's rotten. You can get an infection, an abscess. You can even get cancer, but yet, see, no one pulls out their teeth. And when do they go to pull out their teeth? When they're in pain. Pain, for those that are afraid of the doctor, is the deciding factor. If there is no pain, they won't go, because to them, it's not that serious. But when there's pain, to them it's serious. No matter how it looks, you could be bleeding profusely. They'll put something, wrap it, and leave it alone, and try to get it to stop. So, just keep that in mind, that, we don't know how we feel about fucking them. So, this is not something that we just try to side with anyone. But what's fair is fair. And you have to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. Everyone you give the benefit of the doubt. You give them that opportunity. But if they come back to become and do the same in their tyrants, then you give it back to them. But, anyway, that's our take. Hopefully he's alive. Well, hopefully he's alive the way he wants to be alive. Because there's certain conditions in life that, if you have he has stroke and he's completely paralyzed, to some people they rather have just died. But at that point, nobody's gonna kill you. So now you're stuck in a life that you do not want and you have no say over. So there's some conditions that people would rather just have died. So we hope that he's in a situation where he's thankful he's alive. But you know, that's near here there. So that's that. Stay tuned for the video. IC3 is gonna be put in. CPS is gonna be put in. Sheriff is gonna be put in. DA is gonna be CC'd. The news is gonna be CC'd. We told all of you when things happen, we like to cover ourselves, and we will do a mass blast on everyone, so everyone is aware of what's going on. We don't care what happens after that. All we care about is that we did something. Whatever comes of it, not our problem, because later on, when they come and say something, you know what we're gonna say? Well, we warned you. We told you this was going on. You refused to do anything. So we said everything we had to say about it. You ignored it. That's your problem. That's your issue. And it also ensures that they know that we're not hiding. They know that we are constantly in contact with them. So it's not like, oh my God, they're scared, they're hiding. No, we are in contact with them. And Liberty Bird has shown it by us calling the cops, right? He showed it. And what did we tell them? He's lying about abductions. He's lying about this. He's threatening. It's on record. It's on record. So that is the rebuttal. Then, when they come to see, when he makes an allegation, you know what they're going to do? They're going to come to our channel and they're going to see our video rebuttal. And that's why we always give a response to a tyrant. You don't think it's a response, but it is because they take down their video. But our video is a fucking response. You may not know that because, again, they took down their video, so you're thinking it's just a new video. It's not. We are responding to make sure that whomever is going to be looking at it gets both sides. And then at the end, they can decide how they're going to take it. We don't have control of somebody else's thoughts and how they're going to react to anything. So he said his piece, we said our piece, and then they decide. And that's that. But at the end, you gotta look, he has done a lot of criminal shit. So, and that's in the next video that's coming out in regards to a lot of things that happened and all that. And, Paul, you should watch it. You should watch it. Because we told you the danger of just blaming anyone. And you know what Bird did with you? Stay tuned. And again, we're gonna show you the reports. That's all being worked out. So the next videos, there's gonna be a lag. There's gonna be a lag. Alright? But then we're gonna come back and we're gonna show you everything we submitted. And we're gonna tell you all, everyone that was on and participating in the lives that we reported, your names were submitted and will be submitted because we didn't finish other reports. Everyone that's involved in that. And we're gonna prove that he misled all of you. And you all self-incriminated yourself. And we're gonna use what? His own words. That's how we prove our case. We use their words. And his words is gonna show and demonstrate how he misled all of y'all into thinking one thing, and he covers his own ass and left y'all all out to burn, which we told you all that will happen. We told you it's going to happen. You didn't believe us, but now all your names is plastered all over the place illegally. Every one of you. So have fun. Keep giving us the material so we can share with the world. Take care, everyone. Bob is out.